Good morning, guys. This video is not going the way I want it to. So this is third take, hence why there's so many drawings already. Okay. I'm designing a character for a thing I'm working on that is a mini comic that I want to put together. Anyway, the character I'm currently designing is the Warlock character. He is from a very powerful family, but he's kind of like the bastard son. So he doesn't like his family, and he doesn't really want anything to do with them. So he's not really affiliated with them too much. It comes into play later on in the comic. But there are a couple of things about his personality that I'm trying to get. One, he has to be very controlled, but certain aspects of him are very untamed. So that is why I'm kind of going with a look that is, he has a narrow face, high cheekbones, he looks very cut, and then he has a partial shaved head, which I'm trying to work things into his design that will reflect his personality. His clothing, for instance, is always going to be very well kempt, and if it's not, there's usually something wrong. He's like very well put together, but the main part of his hair, I'm trying to work in things like he's got very untamed curly hair, so it kind of gives like a little bit of foreshadowing into his what his powers and abilities can do. So the top of his hair is always like a frayed rat's nest. No, I'm not giving him glasses. So he is estranged from his family. His family are very powerful and very old. It's like, if I have to make a comparison, I'd say it's a little bit like Malfoy's, but not so much. Obviously, different world, different circumstances, but he's just like this. He has to keep in control. He doesn't really lose control that often, because if he does, his family can find him, and he is technically in hiding from his family. So I'm just trying to like work with looks that make him look harsh, especially in the beginning of the series. He has to look kind of like a miserable SOB, but I'm trying to like find ways to kind of work in the wildness into his personality. So even if it's like an earring or like his hair being wild, those are kind of things that I'm like looking at for his design, to be able to reflect his personality. So he kind of rebels, and he is rebelling technically, but he also has a very strict look to him that is very well put together. So he rebels sort of. And of course I want there to be like some kind of notion that there is magic in this world, so I'm gonna have to do something with that, but I don't know what that is yet. And there's a bunch of things in his backstory that will actually make sense as to why he still keeps control even after leaving his family. But anyway, so these are like the little thoughts that I have, and I have notes up here about him and about like things about his personality, and like I do have other notes that I've made on his character and basically like why he is the way he is. And then his counterpart is going to be incredibly untamed. I have them being opposite personalities, whereas he eludes control all the time. And if he loses control, he's a little bit destructive, we'll say. His counterpart is very loose and very very free and very like go with the flow, and nothing is controlled, and he lets nature take its course. But when he becomes controlled, that's when he's dangerous. I like opposites like that. I don't know why. Anyways, so those are just things to keep in mind when designing characters, like how their appearance reflects their personality. Those are always really good things to remember. Like, you can make them have scars and stuff, and battle scars, and it shows that they're an old, weathered veteran, or they've been through some shit, and that could be a part of their story. But whatever you do to your character, make sure it's not frivolous, make sure it's actually a part of the story, or it explains something about the character. That's pretty much one of the most important things to remember when designing any character, is how does this affect the story, and how does this show personality to the character. I'm going to leave you guys with those thoughts and continue on my journey of designing this dude. I don't even have a name for him yet. If you guys want to like throw names at me, go ahead, because I'm actually like I'm having such a brain fart with this guy. He's one of the hardest characters I've ever had to come up with, and I don't tell you guys about it, but I've came up with like 100 of characters at one point. Like, I was creating this one story that was just like so many different characters, and I still have them all and all their designs. So I can't believe that I can't think of a name for him at all. I just have his story. So if you guys, again, want to come up with a name or give me suggestions for a name, I would definitely be interested in hearing those. Just leave those in the comments below. I will do probably next week the design for the next character, or his counterpart, and then I'll do a bunch of the side characters as well, which I think will be really fun. The video on writing, I have writing character. I have the notes on that, but I need to get the notes on plot and how character affects plot and how plot affects character, because they are very much intertwined. So anyways, I'm going to leave this video here. Hopefully tomorrow I will be able to do the painting. I've got to do some designs for that today as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry about all the rambles, and yeah, I'll chat at you later. Bye-bye.